Hi, friends. I was just going through some old pictures of myself. We're doing the baby unit this month of May. And guess what I found? I found a picture of myself when I was a baby. Do you see how I looked? That's me when I was born. I was just like you, a baby once upon a time. And then here's another photo I found. And this is how I looked when I was in kindergarten. Just a little older than you are right now. Imagine that. That was Miss Barry when she was about 5 years old. Can't imagine, huh? It's really hard to think about that. So this project that we're going to do involves a baby picture of you when you were, when you were almost like a newborn, and a picture of you the way you are now. I'm not going to do a picture of myself when I'm now, but when I was just about your age. So then and now. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a piece of paper as a backing. Maybe I could do it like this, but I could also just do it like this. I'll put both pictures on a nice piece of paper. Anyone will do. But I will curl the tape. Curl a piece of tape and put it on the back of the picture. And curl a tape to put on the back of the now picture. See? That's the way we can do it. It'll be a nice book to put together if we could. Everybody could see each other's pictures online, maybe. Okay? So, how many inches were you when you were born? Moms and dads and family members might remember that. So what you could do is find out yourself and then trace a number that mom or dad does for you on a piece of paper or on the paper itself. So at the time I was born, I was 12 inches. So I'm going to write the number 12. Best I can. 12. I did a 1 and a 2. And I'm going to make these two little lines next to it. Do you see those two little lines next to the 2? That means inches. That's a symbol for inches. I was 12 inches when I was born. Tiny baby, right? And in this picture, I was 40 inches tall. You could go and use a yardstick, but better yet, you could use a tape measure. Sometimes people have tape measures in their house. This one goes all the way from 1 to 60 inches. So how many inches are you now? Have somebody in your house measure you, and then you write down the number you were then. Now, I presume at that time, I was about 40, maybe about 40 inches. So I'm going to write the number 4, and if you can't do it, have mom trace it or dad trace it with a pencil, and then you go over it with a marker. So I was about 4, and a 0 next to the 0. The 4 next to the 0 makes 40. Now, inches, I make those two little marks. See? But how do I tell people who this is and when it was? Well, I'm going to write my name at the top of the paper. Vary. See, I wrote my name on the top of the paper on the left-hand side. And I'm going to write the word then underneath. If you have problems writing it, have moms or dads make it out in pencil and you trace over it with a marker. THEN. N. I wrote the word then. At that time, then. And I'm going to write the word now. I wish I were 5 again, but I'm going to pretend that I'm one of you guys. So vary, then, and now. And do you see the difference? Wow, I can't believe how much I changed from the baby to when I was 5. I had more hair. I wore red clothes. Babies at that time didn't wear very colorful clothes. Wore white. There was a black and white picture. Not too many color pictures at that time either. Well, I hope you have fun doing this at home with your moms and your dads or your family members who are with you. Remember, you need markers or pencils, a tape measure to have somebody measure you, and you discover how many inches you are now, and discover how many inches you are when you were a baby from a birth certificate. Moms or dads might have them, maybe not. Take a good guess of how big you were, how small you were, and I hope you are able to do this activity without too many problems. Okay? Have fun.